Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Today's lab is going to be on how to plot the BJT characteristics, and probably in the same way you can plot the characteristics of any device. So why we are doing this is because we should know the method to plot the input and output characteristics of any transistor. Since we have studied BJT, we will be going ahead with the BJT. But if you replace the device and do some changes in the way the supply voltages are connected, we can definitely plot the characteristics of any device, and the characteristics gives us lot of information. So just to recollect, this was the input characteristics of the BJT. This was our input characteristics, and this thing was the output characteristics. So few points to be noted here. So when you plot the input characteristics, that time output voltages have to be constant. Output voltages are constant. And similarly, when you are talking about the output characteristics, your input side voltages have to be constant. That's the simple rule. So as you can see, on the input side we have IB and VBE. Now from where this IB and VBE have come, I have already showed you that on the input side we have IB and VB. Input voltage is VBE, input current is IB. That is why the characteristics is IB versus VBE. And similarly on the output side you can see we have IC and VCE. That is why here also we have VCE and IC. So our objective is to plot this particular characteristics by making this circuit. So by making this circuit, we want to plot the characteristics. So let us start how to make this characteristics. So I'll just open LT Spice. So you all can start opening your LT Spice. So this is the LT Spice. Then you can go for a new schematic file. Open new schematic, and once you open it, save it somewhere. So I'm just saving it, save as, uh, let's save it here. I'm just saying here, save on the desktop, npm underscore, let's say got the input characteristics first, and just okay. So as we know, first what we will do is we will just write what we are plotting. So we are plotting the input characteristics of the NPN transistor. The this is what we are actually going to do. Then I'll pick up some components. So here you can write NPN, and you can pick up the first one, NPN. So you'll get this. Then if you recollect the circuit, you can see you require two resistors and two voltage sources. So I can directly pick up the resistances from here. Let me call this as R1, this we have R2, and we can have two voltages, and then we can connect the whole thing together. My advice to you is, first you will connect all this, and then we will do the simulation together. So here we can have 1 kilo ohm resistance, and here we can have a slightly higher resistance because we want a lower base current. Then we want here, we'll name this as collector bias, and this we will name it as VB, and you can just beautify this as you like, okay, in this particular fashion. Then you label the nets, that is the base, this is our base, this is collector, and this is capital E, and so on. So you all will post this circuit first in the chat box. Come on, do this much, then we will go ahead. First, only post this much, then we will go ahead. Okay, Rohan, good. Yes, others also. Don't forget the ground terminal. Okay? So this is the place where you have VBE, and this is the place where you have VCE. So you can see I have made the same circuit. Between base and emitter we have VBE. Between collector and emitter we have VCE. So this is the circuit that we have built. Yes, post this circuit in the chat box quickly. I am waiting for your answers. Okay, so yes, it's correct. Circuit is correct. Yes, Sayan, it's correct. Now again I am saying that BJT characteristics is simple, but see how we plot the characteristics. So when I said input characteristics, your output voltages should remain constant. They should not change. Okay, Sayan, okay, good. Okay, Riddhi, have you connected the ground? Yes, okay, correct. Now, all of you can keep posting, but here now we will right click on these sources. Yes, Pratik, your output is also correct. You can right click on these sources and go to advanced and say none and say none and say OK. So why we are doing this is because we want to declare these sources as variable. We want to make these sources as variable. We want to change this. So we will not give a fixed value to the source. So if you say it is sinusoidal, then it will ask you for amplitude, frequency, everything. We say that don't worry, I will step it the way I want. So when you select none, this V which was there below it will go away. This V which was there below it will go away. Now we will write one statement, that is dot model. What is the name of this BJT? NPN. Dot model NPN is NPN. So the transistors whose name is NPN is a NPN transistor. You have to say that beta factor, that is the current gain, 100. Say this is 100. So I say OK and I can just click it here. Now you can rename this to, let's say, you can rename this as Akhil also. But then you have to tell Spice that who is this Akhil? This Akhil is a NPN transistor. Okay, so you can put your name also, no problem. But this looks very silly, and that is why whatever the name was, I'll just get it back. If you want, you can write NPN1, anything that you like, you write. Okay. So you are telling Spice that whatever this NPN transistor is, make its beta factor 100. Make its beta factor as 100. Now, once you are done with this, so you put this final circuit in the chat box. I will check two things, whether you have written the dot model command properly and whether you have selected none for the sources. Okay, Jose, correct. Okay, correct, Soham. Others should also post it. Very good. I can see many of you are posting it, which is a very good thing. Okay, great. Samay, yes. Okay, excellent. Samay, circuit is proper. Just give some title and all to the circuit, okay? The way I have given.
Okay, sir.
Circuit is correct. Okay, good. Now, once we are at this circuit, I will just press save for safety. Shubham, you have not selected none for the voltage sources. See here, right click on this, right click on this source like this, go to advanced and select none and then say OK. Shubham, did
Okay,
you
sir.
get it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good. Now we will say run. So the moment you say run, it will show you this. Now there are two sources which we have to sweep, and we will go to DC sweep. The name of the first source is VBB The name of the first source is VBB. So I'll write here because this is the input characteristics. So I will vary VBB. Then type of sweep you can keep it linear. Start value you can keep it 0. Stop value you can keep it 5. And you can increment this in steps of 0.1. Once you sweep the first source, you can go to the second source now. First is already there. Now you have to tell the simulation, okay, you are going to change the voltage and current on the input side, but at least show me two values for which VCE value is going to change. So here I will go to second source. Here I will type VCC. Value you can keep it as 10, stop value 0, stop value 10, and you can increment by volts, and then you can say OK. Once you say OK, you can see that this line would have come dot DC. VB is going to change from 0 to 5 in steps of 0.1, that is this, and like this you are going to see readings for VCC equal to 0, 5 and 10. So this is basically the circuit. Now you all should show me the circuit like this, and this should open below it. Akhil, yeah, this is correct. Now run it and bring this .dc command below it. Okay. So we should have this .dc. So checking is the most important thing which an engineer should be able to do. Checking, cross-checking is verifying whether what is appearing is what I have asked for or not. So here we will right click on this and see what is getting plotted. What is getting plotted is VBB. Now I will add trace here, add trace, and the current that I want is IB, because on Y I want IB, on X we have VBB. So you can see this characteristics. Okay, but this is not what you are looking for. IB you want on Y, but on X you want VBE. You want VBE. You can see here that VBB is not VBE because there is a resistance of 100k in between. So you will right click on this X axis here. So I'm again going back to the waveform, and instead of VBB, you will write VBE, which is VB minus V of E, but you can see V of E is already connected to ground. You can see V of E is already connected to ground. So actually the voltage at the base itself is VBE. So I'll right click here and I'll see of B and then say OK. So you should be able to see two characteristics like this, one at for 5 and another for 10. For 0 you will not see, because if it is 0 then obviously the base current will be 0. So that is why it is not plotting. So now I want you all to show me this characteristics, circuit and characteristics. Circuit and characteristics, correct. Rohan, good. Soham, very good. Sayan, good. Output is correct. Peak, let me check your output. Yes, it is correct. Tanmay, yes, your output is also correct. Good. Yes, Samay, great. Samay, just make the background white. There is one more graph which is getting plotted, but we are not able to see it because the background is black. Samay, did you get it?
Yes, sir. I'll try. I'll try.
It is getting plotted, but we are not able to see it. Okay. Now let's see what happens if I make this 5 volts as 2 volts. Let's simulate this. So you can see that there are more than one graphs here. Okay. So some of them are overlapping. So there is a gray, red. So now the values which it is plotting is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Okay. So I think 2 are enough. So you can plot for more also, but I think 2 is enough. 2.5. So we will get some graphs. So I think 2 values of VC are enough. You can also go VCC from 0 to 20, then try to do simulate this thing. So you get like one and the same thing. So it's up to you what you want to plot. So again I'll return this to 10 and 5, our normal thing, and then I'll just simulate it. So this is your input characteristics. Now coming to output characteristics. So what I'll do is first I'll save this file save as, instead of input char I'll just make it as output char, same file. And I have to do some renaming here. Instead of input I'll now make it as output. But now if you are doing the output characteristics, input has to be fixed and output has to change. So now I can directly rewrite this. So now my first source has to be VCC, and I will sweep this value from 0 to 20 in steps of 0.1, and my second source will now be, and that I'll step in to 5 in steps of something like this. BBB can be like 0 0.2, 0.5. So do this modification. Circuit is the same, circuit will not change, but this time you are making VBB fixed and VCC you are varying a lot. So now I want you all to post this circuit in the chat box first. Yes, Rohan and Riddhi, your input characteristics are proper. Go to the output characteristics now. Okay, Tanmay, Sayan, output characteristics. No, Tanmay, you have not changed the .dc command. See, here VCC has to be first and then VB. So you have to change this also. Did you get it, Tanmay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got it.
Then Sayan, okay, correct. You changed it properly. Pratik also has changed. Shubham, correct. Shubham, there is one small mistake, that is you have not selected none for VCC.
Yes, sir, I did.
Let's do that. Yes, Rohan, correct. Good. So now what we will do is see, this is the mistake which commonly happens. Now can you see here what Soham has done? Here you have named it as VCC1 and here you are stepping VCC. So once you say run, it will give an error because there is no source VCC as such in the figure. Did you get it, Soham?
So,
Yeah.
actually, I have not named it as VCC1. I had just copied the circuit, so I don't know.
So that is why when you copy, it takes automatically, it will give you a name which is not in the circuit. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
So that is why that has happened. So you just changed it to VCC, and this VCC and this VCC should match. Whatever you write here, even if you write here Soham instead of VBB, at both places the name should be same.
Okay, sir.
So just take care of that. Now we will say run. So the moment you say run, you will see something like this. Okay. Now what you are actually seeing here is VB. So I'll just remove this. Okay. So I'll run this. Now you can see what is there on X. VCC, because you stepped VCC. So you are getting that on the X-axis. Now on the Y-axis I want IC. So I select this ICQ1. So you can see this. But actually we don't want VCC versus IC. We don't want this versus IC. But we want VCE versus IC. So here what I'll do is VCE is again V of C minus V of E, but V of E is connected to ground, so that is 0. So instead of VCC, I will write here V of C. Now you can see you have got a proper output characteristics. And this, the place at which, or the voltage of VC at which the current becomes constant, should be something like 0.25. So it has got a very big active region, but it has got a very small saturation region. So that's the, so now you should plot both this circuit as well as characteristics in the chat box. And do not forget to make V of C on the x-axis.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So I'm not getting the same graph as you are. I have posted in the chat box.
Same,
I'm
sir.
getting different.
Even my graph is not matching.
So let's see where it's going wrong. Now, first of all, what you do is you close the graph. Close the graph. So I am also closing the graph. See, your file name is the same as the previous one. Can you see this? Change the file name to
Yes.
output characteristics. Okay. Now, have you closed the graph?
Yes, sir.
Now, Riddhi, you share your screen.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you see my screen?
Now you click on this magnifying glass with a cross. So give me control. Have you given me the control?
Yes, sir.
And this is correct. This is that is Okay. So something is really weird on this. 1 minute. So I'll just add another number. No, I'm getting the same thing.
So even I'm getting the same graph.
Yeah, but I'm not able to figure out because your circuit and my circuit are absolutely same. So why this? Actually, the current that ICQ that the current ICQ is 0. So what that means is there is some kind of disconnection. 1 minute. Ah, ground is not proper. 1 minute. Are you getting it? Vidhi?
Yes, sir.
Ah, so your ground was not proper. Let me just check. Soham, who was getting a similar output?
Samay, I
Some,
think.
some I mean. So even I'll change it. My ground has some error, I guess.
I'll tell you what. I have found out the problem. Everybody can just have a look at it. 1 minute. I am sharing my screen now, Vidhi.
Sir, should I stop sharing then?
Yes, once I share, you will automatically go out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just show you. This is like a common mistake, and I think it was Samay. Yeah, Samay, right? So see, Samay,
Yes, sir.
uh, you feel here that ground is connected, but actually ground is not connected unless you see this dot. Can you see this dot here?
Yes, sir.
So you should be able to see that dot, and then only the ground will be present.
Okay, sir. I'll try again.
So just remember everybody that if you get some wrong weird results, na, just check the ground. Probably grounding is not okay. Makran, correct. So good. Riddhi, at least everybody came to know that this is the reason why the output can go wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Tanmay, here you have to plot V of C. Yes, Tanmay, you need to see this, that here once I say run, you right click on this. So what you did is you added a trace. See here, you did like this and you got this. So generally when we see the shape we feel happy about it, but actually speaking, if you study BJT like I have studied, I know that this region is not so big for a BJT. It is just 0.25 and here it is more than 1.25. So that means there is something wrong with the x-axis. So here what is getting plotted is VCC. So you have to make this to V of C, because graph is output characteristics graph is IC versus VCE and not VCC. Did you get it? Yes, so good. Now I want to see these two characteristics together. Now I will open my previous one, input characteristics, as well, and I will simulate that as well. Simulate this, and here we want VB, and here I want IB. So now I want to see all four like this: input, output, circuits as well as characteristics. Post your outputs. I am checking it. Okay, Soham. Okay, good. Those outputs are okay. Make the background white. Okay, Tanmay, your output is also correct. Tanvi, we want both together. This, if you are showing output characteristics, then this is fine. Yeah, this is good. Now plot both of them together.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rohan, good. There you have got it now, Riddhi, proper. Now, why I am telling you to do this together, because now you only will get a recap of what we have done. Okay. So you should see to it that what you are plotting here is VB. VB is nothing but VBE, and V of C is nothing but VCE. So you can very well see that in the circuit, because emitter is grounded in both the places. Now, what based on these circuits, you will plot the characteristics of PNP transistor. I have done it for NPN. Now you will do it for PNP. So that is like a homework assignment for you. Circuit will be similar. You have to only change the transistor and reverse the polarities. So what you have to do, just understand this, you have to only change the transistor and reverse the polarities. Yes, Sayan, your output is correct. Okay, good.
The reversing the polarity as in the voltages where we first connected for NPN positive, negative, that should be reversed.
Yes.
Yes.
Means this polarity of VBB and VCC will get reversed.
Okay, sir.
So what I suggest is you try that. I want you to try that. Okay. So I'm waiting for others also to put this. Okay, good. So let's save our circuits. So I'm just closing this for now. Now we will see something like biasing of the circuits. So we have already seen the bias circuits, right? So we actually started with which circuit? I think we started with the basic bias circuit, that is the fixed bias circuit like this, and then we found out what are the different values of IB, IC, VCE and stability for different values of beta. So this is what we want to do when it comes to the biasing circuit. So let's see how to do this. Now again I'll just open a new schematic. So this will be our lab number 5. This will be lab 5, that is study of the biasing circuits. So we have done 3 biasing circuits. So we will put them all together and see what the readings are like. So first circuit is pretty simple. We'll use the same values. Good, Soham. So I'll go here. I'll pick up a BJT. BJT is my basic component. So I'll just say F2. Before that I'll save as say fixed bias circuit, NPN transistor, and underscore fixed bias. It's like this. This now we can have a BJ NPN in, and as you saw that we had we require two resistances and a supply voltage. So just Here we have our ground, and of course we require a voltage. We will put it here, and this voltage will be a DC voltage because what we are seeing is a fixed bias circuit, and bias circuits generally provide the DC operating point. So we can just have this here. Come. So we will have this thing here. What was the resistance here? 470, 2.2 kilo ohms. So we'll set it to 470k. This is 2.2 kilo ohms. We will name the resistances how we. This is RC and this is RB, and I think this was 18 volts. And now we will write a command here, that is dot model NPN transistor with a beta factor of 100 to begin with, something like this. So please draw like this, and then we will simulate this thing together. So first post your outputs in the chat box. And just give some nice aesthetics and work in this way. So post this circuit in the output in the chat box. Just one transistor, two resistances, and one supply. That is what was there in the first biasing circuit, and we have assigned the same values. So what we are looking at is these Q points. We are looking at these Q points. So IB should be almost 36.8 and so on. This is what we should actually have. Okay, Rohan, good. Purva, good, very good. Was our power supply also 18 volts? Yes, it was 18 volts. So what problem we have solved in class, we will verify that in practical. So we already have the theoretical calculation. All we need to do is find out the practical value. So that will save some time and effort. Good, Purva and Samay, very good. Okay. So I'm going to the circuit now, and we will say run. We will say run. Now this time, what you want to tell Spice is that you calculate all the current and voltages. You calculate all the currents and voltages. So I will say here DC operating point dot op. Okay, and this window will open. This window will open here. So if you want, now it's difficult to identify what this N2, N3 and N1 are. So what I'll do is I'll label the nets. Again, I'll call this as collector, base and emitter. And then again I'll simulate it. So now you can see you have the voltage at VC, VB, you have voltage everywhere. I'll just get this thing at the top and simulate this. So what you can observe is this. Now here we want to find out this thing, right? We want to find out what is IC. So IC is there ready-made. You can see here IC is there. You can find out IC, you have IB. So you can see IB is 36 microamperes. So in our problem also we have 36.8 microamperes. Then IC was 7.36 milliamperes. So let's see here how much it is. It is here 7.308. Some small variation is there. And VCE is V of C minus V of E, but V of E is 0. So V of C is itself is VCE. So V of C is 1.92 here, and as per our calculations, it is 1.808. So there is a slight deviation, there is not much, but a slight deviation is there in the output. Now that is because if you look at this model, dot model NPN, we have only given the beta factor, that is we have given the current gain in the dot model equation, but we have not given other parameters which are also there for a BJT. Like for example, we have reverse saturation current, so that we have not specified. So you can just see any transistor, you can see the dot model file of the transistor. There are so many, apart from beta factor which is 200, there are many other parameters which we have not given. So Spice has not considered those models. So if you consider a transistor having beta factor as 200, so you can see here the beta factor is 200. So which is this 2N2222 transistor, 4 times 2. So instead of specifying the beta factor, I am selecting a transistor which already has a beta factor of 200. And once I simulate this, you can see now my outputs will be even closer. Okay, so these are pretty accurate kind of outputs. So it's up to you how you want to look at it. You can choose a transistor with nothing, or you can choose a transistor with a beta factor of 200. Now what here I'll do is I'll just remove this transistor for the time being. Get back our NPN transistor here and we'll run it. So I'm getting my equations which are pretty close. Okay, at least I'm getting my IC and VCQ which is very close to the calculated values. So please post this in the output. Now now I told you that your beta factor you have to calculate for 100 as well as 50. So now you can change that here. You can change the beta factor to 100 and again resimulate this thing. You can see that IB does not change, it is the same. IB is again the same, and for beta equal to 50 also the IB will not change, and what is going to change is IC and VCE. So VCE is 9.9, IC is 3.68. So let's see, you can see VC is 9.9 and
Excuse me, sir. Sir, you're on mute.
so here what I have done is I have now rechanged the transistor and I have kept this beta factor as 100 because we want to check this for the next beta value which is 100. You can see that IB value remains the same, 3.6 doesn't change, and VC value is also pretty close. So this is for beta factor of 100. So like this you can have circuits and find out what are your Q points and calculated Q points and what are your actually observed Q points. So please post at least one value for beta factor equal to 100 or 200 along with the Q point values. So I want to see this too. I want to see the circuit as well as the values. Yes, very good, Purva. Pratik also. Yes, Riddhi correct. Answers are correct. So now, are you getting how to? So if you see our last 5 labs, you have learned dot measure command, you have learned dot op command, you have learned dot dc command, you have also learned dot tran command to see the transient characteristics. Now as we progress, we will make extensive use of these commands. Okay, so this is just the start, but now we will do slightly high level use of these commands. Okay, good Shubham, very good. Tanmay, great. Soham, Rohan, Rohan, let me see. Very good. Okay, no problem. Correct. So we have to fill this table. Okay. So accordingly, you will change the values and see. Now what we will do is we will go to our next circuit was what? Collector to base bias. So in the collector to base bias, what we do? We just remove this RB from the VCC and insert it at the collector. So I'll use the same circuit. Say file save as. NPN collector is bias, and simply speaking, what you will do is like this, and just take it a bit up. So I'll just rename this collector to base bias. So now you can see here we see 12.48 and IC is 2.4. So whether we were getting those values or not, that we have to see. Of course, we did not change the value of resistances, so we have to change that also. 270 and 2.2K. So we need to change that to 270K and save this thing. So now we should see 10.23, and here how much we were getting, same 10.2 something. And what is the value of VC? IC, sorry, 3.4, 3.49, here it is 3.5, pretty close. And IB is 35.14, here IB is 34.9, which again close. So this circuit you will test for beta equal to 50 and 100. Yes, Shubham, good. Rohan, good. You are the first one to post the next circuit. But compare it with your calculations also. So I want you all to remove your notebooks and check whether you are getting the same thing or not. So just for your information, I will just put this, it's in the chat box. So those who are not able to do it now, at least you should be able to simulate this later. Yes, Jose, correct. Yes, I am correct. So I can see many of you are getting the hang of it, and those of you who are not able to, do it, please use my LT Spice files. And still, if you are not able to do it, just ask me doubts. I will help you out. Good beta. So you can see now that the Q point does not change much. There is a lower variation as compared to that of the yes, Joe's perfect. We have got the correct output for PNP. Very good. So you can see that the outputs are for in the third quadrant for PNP. Very good. So you should apply your mind and definitely you will get it. Okay. Now let's see our final circuit, which is the potential divider bias circuit. So I'll just save this schematic. This is save as. So let's do some changes in this. So some work, some repositionings have to happen. So let's have the PD bias. This resistance is my R1. This is RC only. This is R2. Then we are forgetting the ground. So put the ground here. This is RE. And the value of R1 and R2, we will take it from our circuit itself. So here we have the model. So what were the values? I think they are here. So this is 33, 12.12 kilo ohms, 1.2 and 1 K. So this is 33K. This is 12K. This is 1K, and other things are the same, so not much change. And the name of this circuit will be potential divider bias. So this is our new circuit, and let's simulate this. So we got VC as 13 minus 3.6, so that will be 10, because here VC is VC minus VE, and this time VE is not connected to ground, so there is a voltage across RE which is nothing but given here. So you can see here for beta equal to 100, here VCE is equal to V of C minus V of the first thing, and if you simulate this, you can see V of C is 13.6 and V of E is 3.6. So which is nothing but equal to 13.6 minus, which is equal to how much? It is around 10 volts. And IC is pretty direct. IC is 3.6, so you can see that 3.6 here. So you have got these values. 10 is pretty close to 9.75, this is 3.6, and I'm sure you can get these values also. Let's see whether IB is in that range, 37.34. Yes, it is 3.63, so very close, 36.3. Now let's try this for another value of beta, and you can see, let's double the value of beta and simulate this. So you can see again the value of VC did not change much, and IC is also in the same range. And if we make this beta as 50, the value is not going to change much. So in a way, this circuit provides the best stability that is proved through our LT Spice also. So please post your outputs like this in the chat box. Yes, Purva, very good. Purva, try for 50 and 100 also, 200. Pratik, you also try. So just for your reference, I am giving you all this. So any doubts in this? Are you now comfortable with the .op command? Soham, Tanmay, Jose, Tanvi, Vidhi. Yes, Avni, Ayush, are you getting it? Aryan, Malika, Sarvesh, are you getting this? Satyen, okay, good. Rohan, you have done it for all three. Samay is good. Tanmay, yes, your output is also good. So I think this is enough for the week, and that's it from my side on this.
Sir,
Yes.